What's up, guys? Got another one to go over with you. This is another one that was won. Nick had 48 into this one. 4 spots. Picked the dial on it. And so he won on one of my... that's the wife's phone going off super loud. No clue where it's at. But it's going through this door pretty loudly. So anyway, this was one where he picked the dial. He won the raffle, which is a watch. We call them a waffle, which is a watch raffle. So he won that, selected this dial. I do the rest. So that's what this build is. So he went with this Spartan gladiator style dial, where we've kind of done the enamel paint kind of distressed, where it's going in from a light blue to a darker blue to almost a purple back there, right? So since this is on a brass dial, I thought, well, we'll go great with it, but gold hands, so we have some nice gold sword-esque style hands. Custom painted seconds hand, that's in antique bronze with a little bit of blue there to kind of tie in. And that's that part of it. So this is an actual vintage brass dial that we chemically stripped down. So in some spots of it, at different angles, you can see it's kind of distressed around here at the 10. Yeah, it's something that just doesn't come off, which is good because you see parts of the dial down there like around 4 and 5 where the brass is distressed. So nice flow into it. We just did a little blue dot up there to kind of like tie in on that. But this is an actual older brass bezel that was coated in like a chrome that we had to chemically strip off. But so figured that tied into it nice. And we went with a brushed case and a brushed buckle. This is on one of my super soft leathers. So large window exhibition case back. We've got a stainless steel movement holder in there. We've got a gilded rotor. And that's his build as a whole. Hopefully he likes it. He has no idea what he's getting. He just picked the dial and I did the rest. So on all these builds, the bezel is held on with a tension ring. It is not a clickable bezel. So you can turn it this way. You can turn it that way. I just put them on there where it's tighter, where it's harder to do it by hand. These are automatic mechanicals, so you can wind them, you can wear them, you can put them on a winder. How that works is you can wind by unscrewing the crown. As it comes off the tubes, you'll feel a little bit of play in it. You'll see some play backwards and forth. You'll hear it clicking. At that point, you can wind. Winding is this direction. This way does nothing, but it's a lot easier to keep your spacing away, going back and forth. So if you do this for about 4 seconds before you wear it, I kind of do that roll too. You get a lot there. You do it for about 4 seconds before you wear it. Even if you're not very active, you will keep time throughout the day. If you do this for something closer to 20 seconds, you'll max out your 31-hour power reserve, though you cannot overwind it. So you're just going to keep winding and winding and winding. And that's what I do after I'm done building, because I want to make sure the next day that it's running properly and keeping time. If you pull it to the one and only click, you can now set your time. So pulling it towards you advances it, going backwards. And I'm kind of pulling on this as I'm doing it, because if you get it back down into there, it's not doing anything. It's not clicking, but it's not doing your time, right? See that? I'm going back and forth. Nothing's happening. So kind of keep that tension on there, pulling it back. You'll get it, I promise. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 3:29 p.m.
3:29 p.m. Now you also notice you've got a wobble crown. To show you before that play, that's ball joint essentially in there. That's deflecting lateral pressure on that stem, not transferring it into the movement. Also makes it nice and easy to push right back over and thread down. And also with that clutch system, something cool, I don't really mention that often, but apparently if you get a side impact, it does not transfer that through the stem into the movement. So that's cool as well. So that's his build. Hopefully he loves it. Since we got a lot of color in there, the wife thought it would be cool to add a lot of color onto there. So matching beads come with it. I don't have any kind of cool Spartan dial box lids, so this is just in one of my nice brown special edition boxes. Every build comes with watch cleaner, which is good on all glass and metal parts, which is the whole center section there. It's non-toxic, non-residue, non-streaking. Leather strap conditioner, that's good on the whole strap. This will stay super, super, super soft. If for some reason it doesn't, just apply a little bit, let it sit, rub it in, and then remove any excess, and it will stay nice and soft. And lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2, repackaged from Amazon. It's essentially like a poly watch because this is an acrylic glass. If you scratch it, just put a little bit on it and buff it out. Buff against it. Only use as much as you need to fill it and solid it up. Otherwise, you're going to be pushing all around the dial. All around the glass, getting it under the bezel. You're going to have a lot soaking into your microfiber that you're going to use to do that. But generate some heat behind your thumb. Really get it going, and about 10 seconds later, it should be buffed out. Or it should be filled, and then spend a couple seconds just removing any excess with a section that doesn't have any of the Novus 2 on it. But yeah, that's his build. Hopefully he loves it. We'll find out. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and let me know. If you want to try and win something, I do watch raffles all the time on my page called Waffles. And you buy your spots, it goes onto a wheel. I get a random spin time live, spin it, and announce live who wins, and then I build you something. Or I send you something that you pick out of some options. So there's an option for you too if you don't want to go full-fledged on a build. I just mark them up about 20% more than what I'd sell them for. So, yeah. And if you want to see builds like this in the future, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.